to meet you. Hello, I'm Katti. So first of all, I want to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation as the traditional owners of the land on which we are gathering today. I pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging. So I'm Katti, I'm Korean German. I come from Berlin, a city without an ocean, but I grew up longing for the ocean because I was inspired by the stories by my mom, who grew up in Busan in Korea and could always every day see the ocean. So finally, I just recently moved to Australia, a country that connects me to the ocean in many ways. And in August, I did my first scuba dive in my entire life. So I was still freshly mesmerized by the colorful fish and the coral in the Pacific when the news crashed in. On August 24, the Japanese government started dumping radioactive contaminated wastewater from the wrecked Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean. So the horror of this news felt even more tangible as my mind was still full of the vivid imagery of the beautiful underwater world. Japan plans to release 1.3 million tons of radioactive contaminated wastewater into the ocean over the next decades. That's enough to fill at least 500 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Japan is sending its radioactive waste on a trip around the world. From the Pacific, it will reach beaches and seas globally, entering fish, marine plants, other sea creatures and mammals throughout the marine food chain. Via evaporation through rainfall, it will find its way back onto the lands across our planet. The Japanese government insists the radioactive contaminated wastewater is safe. But the report clearly shows that the IAEA bears no responsibility for any fallout from Japan's actions. Plus, Japan only handed over samples from 3 tanks for the review. 3 tanks of more than 1,000 tanks. In the whole review, you cannot find one single clear statement that the proposed release of the Fukushima wastewater into the ocean is safe. On the other side of the globe in Berlin, my mom and our community have been protesting massively against Japan's radioactive wastewater dumping. They've staged demonstrations in front of the Brandenburg Gate and the Japanese embassy. It feels empowering to know that we are globally connected. This weekend, protesters are uniting in more than 14 cities across the globe, spanning Asia, Europe and the US. Together, we stand and march with them, and we won't stop until Japan stops contaminating the ocean.
Solidarity!
We have to act now so that future generations don't have to suffer for our inaction. We need to protect our oceans. The oceans are no disposal site for radioactive waste. Japan has to store the water on land and seek alternative ways for less harmful disposal and storage. Stop the dumping now.
Stop the dumping now! Stop the dumping now! Stop the dumping now! Stop the dumping now!